This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Growth Capital Expo 2014 in Las Vegas. I have with me Brian Budd of North Country Gold, symbol NCGDF on the OTC markets and NCG on the TSX Venture. I want to welcome you to SNNLive.
Great. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Let's tell the audience about North Country Gold.
North Country Gold, we're located in Nunavut, Canada. We own a 300-kilometer long greenstone belt there, 100%, and we've got a 1.7 million ounce combined indicated and inferred deposit at an average grade of 5.31 grams per ton.
What is the differentiation factor between you and other exploration companies in that region?
You know, that's a great question. I think what it is, our exploration advantage is the size of our land package, but not only that, on the greenstone belt that we own, not only do we have the Three Bluffs target, which hosts our 1.7 million ounce deposit, we've got 4 other targets as well, which have all been drill tested along that 300-kilometer long greenstone belt.
When you come to a conference in the U.S., being from Canada, do you find that U.S. investors know what you're talking about?
That's been my experience for the most part. I think what I sometimes get is Nunavut? Question mark. But that gives me...
They can mix up Canada, too.
Exactly, but that gives me the opportunity to talk to them about the project and talk to them about where we're located. And, you know, Agnico Eagle has a mine just south of us, their Meadowbank mine, which is in production. So that sometimes helps bring some reference for them.
You know, I want to thank you for coming to the conference, because I think that I agree with you. I think U.S. investors absolutely love to meet the Canadian companies when they come down, because I think the resource sector is underserved in the U.S. market. And when they get to meet, oh my goodness, I'm actually meeting the guy who's running a resource company, don't you find that, wow, hey, thanks for coming down, right?
Yeah, I think we give investors the opportunity to look to what we're doing in Canada. We are a mining-friendly jurisdiction for the most part. And, you know, right now, too, being a gold exploration company, we're extremely undervalued. So there's lots of opportunity. We've got a lot of upside in the project as well. You know, we're open to strike, we're open to depth. So there's a lot of opportunity. And as I said, an ideal entry point for new investors into our stock.
So let me ask you, why is there interest? And I think now it's back to being a little bit of a growing interest in exploration companies, not only by investors, but in some of the larger companies. Tell me why there's been this sudden change, even though the resource prices of the commodity are somewhat lower than they had been.
I think mentally there's still a perception, the perception's starting to change from a mental perspective as far as the gold market goes. I mean, as we all know, gold still is, you know, hovering around that $1,300 to $1,280 to $1,300 range. I think once we get up into that $1,350 plus range, I think psychologically we'll start seeing a change. But I think too, for the most part, you know, you got to look for companies like ourselves with experienced management, not just in exploration and production, but also experience in the north as well. And we bring that to the table. We bring an undervalued share price as well, an ideal entry point. Also, we bring to investors a proven track record.
The key that I am finding, and see if you agree with me, is cash and high grade. Cash in the bank and a high-grade resource.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've done that with North Country. We've always believed that grade is king in the north. You know, our current resource at 5.31 grams per ton. You know, Meadowbank, I think right now is mining, or their last resource that I saw was 2.2 million ounces at 2.27 grams per ton, which they're currently in production with and have been since late 2010. But, you know, we've got something unique to it, North Country, and that is that our deposit too, we can play with the cutoff grades and we can get some pretty high grades with that as well. And that's what we're doing right now, is we're looking at redoing the resource at this particular point.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
What's your website?
www.northcountrygold.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Budd, North Country Gold. Sounds like the title to a song. I don't. I love it. NCGDF on the OTC markets and NCG on the TSX Venture. Brian, I want to thank you for coming to the conference, doing an interview. It's great to see you, great to have you, and again, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.